Previously on Lit Picks. Joe was talking mad trash to loyal viewer Pat about the Fantasy Football Championship. Let's see how that turned out.
Hey, this is Brett the Hitman Hart, and I got a very special shout out going out to Joe Otis. And this is coming courtesy of your good friend Pat Rose. I know you didn't do so well with your Fantasy Football Championship this year, but I just want to say, Joe, that your team was the shits. But let's face it, everyone loves you. You've always proved in everything you do that you are the excellence of execution, and you are without a doubt the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. And I think it's time you start having to prove that. But just know everybody loves you. They all want you to have a good 2021 and come back with lots of piss and vinegar for next season. And I also have a special message for everybody for the Spartan Smackdown League. Who are you to doubt El Dandy Meyer?
What's up, Heat Seekers? My name is Joe Otis from joeislit.com, and welcome to today's edition of Lit Picks. It is week 17 in the NFL, the last week of the season. Some might say the most unpredictable season in the entire year. We'll have some picks for you. Will they work out? We'll find out. Mike kicked my butt pretty thoroughly last year. The third Mega Parlay of the season hit. Did you guys put in your Mega Parlays? I hope you did. You would have won big on Mike's last week. Mike has a one-game lead over me going into the final week of the regular season. But I hope that we'll see what happens. Maybe I hope to tie things up. What I do want to know from you guys is, do you guys like my updated sound on this microphone? Do you like my updated camera on this high-definition webcam that I have now? Do I look much clearer? Tell me what you think, folks. I'd love to hear it. But before we get into that, I'm going to bring into the podcast right now my partner, Mike Costello. Mike, how you doing?
Happy New Year. Look at you. New year, new you. I liked it better when you were more blurry because seeing your face in clear is just making me, I don't even know. Maybe you go to the bathroom pretty soon. But yeah, that's a very nice camera. Yeah, I mean, let me just apologize. Last week, as I said, my computer wasn't working and my iPad shut off in the middle of that Marty speech. Marty's better apparently, but that was rather impressive, especially the new one. I mean, your fantasy team was horrendous. At least my team last year, who had like 3 major injuries, still put up more points than you. But what can I say? You got there. I wasn't even in the playoffs, so well played.
Kyler Murray did bad. He did terrible. He had like 14 points for me. Every single body did bad. Cole Beasley, Tyreek Hill.
Listen, man, you started it. You were the one that came after him. He had not, you came after Pat. That's all on you, It's
all on me. I guess maybe I brought the karma out against me.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate, but I still have you to beat, though, Mike. So, I mean, I'm only down by 1 week. You're ahead. I think next week what I'm going to have to do is have some sort of, I think I'm going to put up some sort of weekly list of what the scores were, as well as the songs that we picked. I think you're pretty much behind on karaoke.
I have 3 of them to do, yeah.
I performed mine right before. Mine was horrible. I did Creep by Radiohead. I did it earlier in the night, but I just posted it up now. Speaking of Lit Picks, right now I have a college football parlay going. So I hit with Georgia -2.5 earlier. I also hit with taking Alabama and the under 65.5, and I also took Northwestern minus 4.5. So right now I have Clemson minus 18.5. So they're up by 7 right now. So what's the score now?
It's 21-14 Ohio State. The over was the safe play on that one.
Are you serious? They're losing right now?
Yeah. Nobody's going to stop anybody. There's going to be like 80 points in this game.
Probably. But I think the over-under was like 65. So, that seems pretty high for me. Let's see what our audience has to say right now. Two-time world karate champion Ernest the Cat.
Oh, dude, whatchamacallit? I gotta get on the Cobra Kai.
Yes, Cobra Kai season 3 released.
I heard season 3 is phenomenal already. People already. Well, I gotta watch it. I gotta
I have to watch it too.
Yeah.
What are you drinking tonight?
Water, like always.
I got some peanut butter whiskey with Diet Dr. Pepper.
It sounds decent. It sounds like something I can only have one of. Like it's not something you can do. Like you can have like 6 or 7 of them.
It's pretty good. I like this. You can actually taste the peanut butter in this, so I got to give it some props. Go with that screwball peanut butter whiskey. Clemson can't stop the Buckies. Big time call. That stinks. Clemson. Come on.
Right now you're looking at the number 1 and the number 2 quarterbacks in the draft. So this is going to be the number 1 and number 2 pick.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's time. Let's get into this. We are in NFL Week 17. We are live on Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope. And here are the rules. If you pick the underdog, if you pick this is for the Super Bowl, sorry. If you pick the underdog 3.5 points and up, you get 4 points. If you pick the underdog 3 points and less, is 3 points. The spread will get you 2 points, as well as the over and under. And the favorite will get you 1 point. All right. Let's see. A guy from BYU might go to. He looks pretty good, Zach Wilson.
He might, but if Fields keeps playing this way, I think things might change, especially with that in the Senior Bowl.
Because the BYU quarterback might go, that's what they say, supposedly.
He might. This could win him over, though.
You know what I find to be funny, Mike, is that I was singing this song "Creep," and you're the one who always talks about language, and you're making me sing curse words. Like, what's up with that?
I thought that there was a clean version. I mean, I thought there's a clean version. There should be clean versions on there. Am I right?
You would think so, but
I didn't know there was curse words in that song.
Yeah, I had to edit the F word out.
I had no idea there was a curse word in that. Said my apologies. I thought that there was no curse words on that. Whatever we use. So that's my apologies.
Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, let's go into that magic box. We're at NFL Week 17. And our first game we're going to discuss is the New York Jets at the New England Patriots. The New York Jets have won 2 in a row. They look like the worst team in the NFL 3 weeks ago. I mean, they blew that first overall pick. They blew that shot about getting that franchise quarterback that they haven't had since, Joe Namath? I mean, come on. Are you going to say Chad Pennington is a franchise quarterback? No. Are you going to say that Ken O'Brien is a franchise quarterback? No. I mean, they blew that. So, I mean, maybe they'll go with Sam Darnold. Maybe they'll stick with him. Right now, it looks like Trevor Lawrence is going to go to Jacksonville. For what I'm going to take is here, though, is that I think the Patriots, I mean, they lost last week. There's that funny meme of Bill Belichick throwing the phone. That was pretty funny, but they have to play with some sort of pride. That's why I'm taking the Patriots -3 here. What do you think?
So I think it's going to be comical because I think the Jets are going to actually win this game. So I'm taking them laying the points. And on the beauty of this, too, is that the Jets are going to come out and win 3 straight games in a row, and they're still going to fire Gase tomorrow. On Monday. So it's going to be like the greatest thing ever. So let's go Jets.
All right, let's go Jets. And let's go to the audience. Joe Namath has more career interceptions than touchdowns. The Jets stick with Darnold and draft an O-lineman. I can see that happening. I mean, they should trade down. And
know nothing with that organization. They might take a kicker.
Yeah, let's see what it says. The BYU is over. Look at this guy. We got Michael Caniglio making an appearance. The first
he needs
ever
to win
model for the Lit Picks T-shirt brand. which we'll show you later, is Michael Caniglio. He's made his appearance. All right, and let's move on to the next game. We got the Baltimore Ravens at the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, I mean, there's no reason why the Bengals should win this game. And the Ravens, they're playing for a playoff spot. They have to win this game. So I think the Ravens are gonna run the ball right down the Bengals' throat. I think they're gonna win the game outright. But I'm not really comfortable taking such a big spread here. So I'm not going to go with the points. I'm going to take the Ravens on the money line at -835, the favorite. Give me 1 point. What do you think?
Let me just start out by saying that this is one of the worst weeks ever to do. It's horrible. I would not want to do any of this. But I think that this is I think the Ravens come out. Cincinnati, Cincinnati they come out, had two big wins, they won last week, right? Yeah, they came out. They had like 600 yards of offense. I don't even know what happened. They destroyed the Texans. They beat the Steelers. This is their downtime. The Ravens, I think, are going to come out. This is their big game. They're going to come out here. I think they're going to lay the points too. With that, I would have taken that laying, but I think I'm going to take the over here and be safe. 44 to me just seems too low, or 43.5. 44 to me seems too low. I think the Ravens put up 30-some points, and that means I think Cincinnati can definitely put up 17 points right there. So I think that's easy.
Yeah, I can see that happen. I would definitely is a very, 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 very low spread.
Baltimore is going to dismantle. They're going to beat them by 20.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's see what our fans have to say. Did you know BYU was Michael Jackson's favorite college?
Which one? There's like 17 of them, isn't there?
Michael
There's
Jackson,
a football guy, right? Baseball player, I thought.
Sweet cone.
Yeah.
Sweet cone.
Thank you.
Why is
it's shaved, by the way. It's not on here, though.
He says you puss.
We don't curse here.
I'm not laying the points.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Ravens are super dangerous. Big stop Bucks. Nah, screw them. But I still like Lisa's haircut. Lisa gave you the best haircut.
Yeah, thank you. There, see, props to my wife. She's got to give me another one too before I start going back on Monday.
All right, the next game is the Dallas Cowboys at the New York Giants. Now, I mean, here's a game here that this could be. What are you upset for?
I just wanted to do that.
Our next game is the Dallas Cowboys at the New York Giants. This game very well could be for the NFC East or the NFC least. I'm taking the Giants on the money line here at +106. I mean, that's 3 points. Who's starting at quarterback? Do you know? Let's check the injury report.
It's going to be Daniel Jones.
Oh,
he ran one time last week, and he's not a good quarterback when he doesn't run.
Why are they going to play him? They should play Colt McCoy. They beat the Seahawks with Colt McCoy. I don't understand why they're not playing him. Because I'm checking the injury report. I don't see much. The Giants quarterback does not have an in-game designation, so it's going to be Daniel Jones. I don't know now, but I'm going to stick with the Giants on this one. Give me the Giants on the upset. They are the home team here. Maybe the Dallas Cowboys think they're too good for their own good. Where Andy Dalton's looking like Superman again, like it's 2012. But I don't think it's going to happen. I think the Giants have a good defense, and they're going to shut them down. What do you think?
So, I think that first off, 3.5 it sucks. This is a immediate game. 3.5 you love to tease. I hate 3.5 because obviously with the field goal, but I think the Cowboys are playing the best football in the NFC right now. Andy Dalton's playing awesome. He's playing like he was 5 years ago. I think the Cowboys win this game. You know me. I've been taking the Giants the whole time. It's 1.5. That's right. I kept thinking this was 3, and it would started at that. But I kept I was picking the Giants and Giants, but to me it just looks like they're going down. They're not playing very well. Like I said, Daniel Jones isn't running the football as much, and he's a better quarterback when he runs. Cowboys are playing well. I think they just have too many weapons on offense. I think they're going to win this one, and then they're going to still not make it.
All right. It says teasing. Bet on the ginger. Both of these games are going to watch the Eagles roll over and die on Sunday night.
Yeah, I agree because Eagles are going to lose.
Dallas always looking good. They're going to win by 4. Those numbers are tricky. And max bet $2 in China buffet coupon.
There are no buffets anymore.
There aren't any?
COVID ruined that.
Well, that stinks. All right. The next game is the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Cleveland Browns. Oh, I mean, this is probably what I think could be very much a crazy game, guys. We have a Cleveland Browns teams that really needs to win this game. If they have any chance of getting the playoffs, they have to win here. I mean, they just can't depend on any other team to do the business for them. They have to take care of themselves. Now, the thing is that there's a very, very interesting storyline going. You see there's the Cleveland Browns are playing Mason Rudolph again, and we knew what happened that last time they played. There was a huge brawl. I couldn't pick any of the over-unders. They wouldn't let me do it. They didn't have them up on DraftKings, so I'm just going to take the Steelers.
Yeah, it's 42. It was 42.
It wasn't on it for mine. I guess they must be changing, but I'm taking
because the COVID's hitting the Browns. That's why they've adjusted stuff.
That's true. Yeah, things are going crazy this week with the COVID and probably not being able to practice. So I'm just going to take the Steelers. So they're a high underdog. They really have no reason to really care about this game, probably, unless they want to, take their rivals out. So I'm just going to take them. What do you think, Mike?
I mean, that's a safe pick right now. I mean, like I said, you look at what's going on with the Browns with the COVID stuff. I mean, there's a lot going on right there, and they're kind of in turmoil. And it's the Browns, so you can look at all these scenarios and talk about there's going to be one team that's like 10 wins is going to be out of the playoffs. Wouldn't it be fitting that it's the Browns because you just look back at what's going on with their history, right? And you have that jabroni who has the same name as somebody on here too, who's a Browns fan. You can just see that happening. But in this case, I don't know. I'm going to take the Browns. I think they win this game. Mason Rudolph he's horrible. He is not a good quarterback. I'm sorry. And I don't know why he's still the backup there. There's no way. I just do not see them moving the football on they're not going to be able to run the ball, so they're going to have to rely on him throwing, and I don't see this happening. But the line, like I said, it's been up and down. It was at 6.5, then it moved up to 9.5, and it went to 10, and it's just moving all around. I'm not touching the line at all. I'm just going to say Browns just straight up because this is a game, and I'm going to take the point here. If I was going to do something, I probably would lean to the under. I think it was 42 or 43 the last time. I probably would take the under because I don't think there's going to be that many points scored.
They just should have kept Mustache Landry Jones as their backup quarterback.
Yeah.
They just should have kept him. I don't know why they had to go with.
Yeah, I would leave the under.
All right, let's see what our fans have to say. Look at the line. Browns will win. Yeah, I think so too. But you should have badmouthed people on Fab. What's Fab?
Fab.
Facebook. Big 12. Ow. All right. And our next game is the Minnesota Vikings at the Detroit Lions. Looks like that we will be missing Dalvin Cook for this game. Unfortunately, his father passed away. I think that this is a crazy game that is going to be really unpredictable. What do these teams have to play for aside from, positioning in the draft? So, I mean, with that being said, the Lions have really more to play for because they have a interim coaching crew. Darrell Bevell, maybe he wants to get a head coaching job. Maybe he wants to show the Lions ownership that he can take the position on full time. So I'm just going to take the Lions in the money line at 250. They're a high underdog. So I can really see that, helping me out with the score if it happens to hit. I'm not positive it's going to do so, but as I always say, you got to risk it to get the biscuit. What do you think?
Why not? Like I said, it's week 17. Anything can happen. But to me, I don't think the Lions have the passing game, as you've witnessed in the past 2 weeks, if you've been watching anything, what they've been doing. With, Cook obviously out, I think that, Kirk Cousins is going to have himself a day. I think this is a game where the Vikings are going to lay the points. I have confidence in this. I don't think Stafford's playing at all, which means, they're going to their backup. And I don't have the confidence with them. With Golladay out, I don't think they're going to be able to do much. So I'm taking the Vikings laying the points.
All right. Let's see. Bet 5 inside out Ox t-shirts.
Tagless.
This game stinks. Fans that have to watch that game are the real losers. That's a good question. I think the Vikings have been a big disappointment, especially with that running game. Maybe losing Diggs is pretty big for them. I mean, I do like Jefferson, I think, but imagine if they had Jefferson, Diggs, and Thielen. They'd have an unstoppable passing attack, which would help Kirk Cousins a lot.
And Herb
So
Smith.
can't do it all way, right? I'd rather watch that Dash run into a wall.
Dosh.
Yeah, he needs to learn how to spell that, right? It's D-O-S-H if you're going to call me that. All right, on to the next game.
Ooh, that's a nice hit.
Atlanta Falcons at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And once again, we're in a situation where it's week 17, so you know crazy stuff's going to happen. I don't think the Buccaneers are going to be playing at full strength. They can't win that division. They have their playoff matchup set. I mean, does it really matter which seed you are? I mean, do you really care? I mean, most of these seeds 2 through 4 are, besides, you obviously want to play the crappy team. But I mean, if you have that mindset, you're just going to get taken out in the first round. You're going to get shocked. So you should be wanting to take an all-comer. So I mean, I really don't think they're going to be playing so hard in this game. That's why I'm going to take the Falcons plus 6.5. I can see it being a close game. I can see it maybe being like a 3-point game. I don't see the point of going all out against the Falcons in week 17 when you already have your playoff ticket punched. But like I said, you can't really take these games lightly and then go in the playoffs expecting to run over the other teams, because then you just get beat because you're not prepared well. So what do you think about this game?
Like I said this time and time again, man, you don't touch these games with Falcons. It's just you never know what team's going to show up. But in this situation, I don't think Julio's playing, right? I mean, I'm assuming he's probably done. They played this time last time, and it was a close game. But to me, I just think Tampa's going to come out and say, you know what? We're not even going to try and run the football. We're just going to throw the ball every single play, and I think it's going to work for them. So I'm taking Tampa laying the points here. Every time I take Tampa, everything fails. It never works for me, but I'm going with Tampa laying the points. I think they're just going to throw.
All right. Let's see. Fields is hurt.
Yeah, I thought it was a good tackle, and then I watched it, and the guy just lowered his head and put a helmet directly into his ribs. So that's got to be a penalty.
Bob says New Year's resolution: don't bet games with the land. That's actually a good idea.
It's true.
Clean hit on Fields, tough break.
I was helmet straight down.
Bet 10 Edison game, Costello push-offs.
That's true. Would have had more records if somebody over there didn't hold a couple of times too, but it's cool.
Who was that? Hammer?
Probably. I think it was Mac. I think it was all of them actually.
Let's see what he has to say.
That is 100% targeting. It's definitely, he lowered his head. I mean, there's no, it should be a penalty.
All right. Next game is the Miami Dolphins at the Buffalo Bills. Now, for this game, I mean, you got Tua starting. Fitzmagic in the COVID protocol. I mean, that was pretty much a shocker because he was going to start this game. I mean, Tua's been going in and out of the lineup. I mean, his confidence has to be a little bit shot there. But, I mean, you draft him in the top 10 to be a quarterback for your team. He has to have that, intestinal fortitude to, keep pushing. And if you get benched, you have to show this team that you're a leader. I mean, I was reading an article from Bucky Brooks that said, will the Dolphins draft a quarterback with that 4th overall pick? I mean, why would you do that, though? It seems kind of crazy to do that when you just drafted Tua within the top 10 last year. But winning the game, I'm going to just take the over because this is a tough game to call. I mean, Miami has to win this game. They got lucky to beat the Raiders last week. 42.5 doesn't seem like that many points. So I'm just going to take the over in this one. What do you think?
I don't know. I think that's scary to take the over in this game because I can tell if Josh Allen's not playing for Buffalo, I don't see them putting up many points, and I don't see Miami definitely will not score many points because like Bob always keeps saying they're a well-coached team, and I'm actually going to come here and say I strongly disagree. Fitzpatrick should be the starting quarterback. And they don't want to do that move. Now, obviously, now he can't play. It's got to be Tua. I think Tua can be a good quarterback. The problem is he does not take any chances. He's afraid to throw the ball deep. He's afraid to take any chances. I know he's young and he doesn't want to make mistakes, but as a quarterback, you have to do that. You have to throw the ball more than 20 yards. You have to make something happen, and they just don't do it. I like Buffalo in this game. But I don't think that. I mean, I'm torn with this game. I think I took Miami here straight up because they're 3.5-point dogs, and they need to win this game. It was 3.5. It should be a high dog, right?
I'm checking right now. Hold on.
Yeah, I think it was 3.5.
If you want 3.5, I'll give it to you. But I'll
no, it's fine. If it's 3, that's fine. I thought it was 3.5, and that's why I took it. It's 3 now. Okay, so it changed. Anywho, I'll take it anyway. Right. I don't know. I don't like this game. Like I said, I just don't know. I think Buffalo, if Buffalo was playing all their guys, they would destroy them. I think they would win by 11. But I'm just going to take Miami here. They need to win. But like I said, if Buffalo's not playing their guys, then if Buffalo's playing their guys, if Allen starts, even if he plays a half, then I think Buffalo wins this game, and I think they lay the points. But for now, I'm going to take Miami.
All right. See what these guys have to say. Baloney tease. If you could block, I would have had at least 5 more touchdowns.
Yeah, you get 30 carries a game. You should. It was a spear. It was a blatant penalty.
All right. The Dolphins are well coached, but they will lose here. Ooh, look at that. That call was worse than not going for 2 in the Edison game.
That's definitely a penalty.
Dolphins have the number 1 D and have 10 wins in the top AFC and are in a rebuild. That's true. I mean, you can think about where they came last year.
They played the Jets twice and the Patriots twice.
But I mean, they look like the worst team last year, and then here they are.
I agree. Listen, I'm saying that they're good, but Fitzpatrick is way better at quarterback. He's way better right now. You know, especially like now, if you're looking to win and you're going into, I mean, like I said, he's out this game. But if you're going into this game and you're saying, who are we going to start at quarterback, and we have both of them healthy and they're fully in the go, and you don't choose him, I mean, how good can you be? Because you're looking at the team. He's the spark that they need. And like I said, Tua, I think he's going to be good, but right now he's not.
Yeah. Well, on our next game, it is the Arizona Cardinals at the Los Angeles Rams. I'm checking the Cardinals injury report. I do not see Kyler Murray on it, even though he looked like he was banged up.
He's playing.
He is playing. He looked banged up last week, and they were mentioning the Cardinals backup, who I had no idea who he was, as a possibility of starting this week, but it looks like Murray's going to play. He took some really rough shots last week in the game against San Francisco, but they have to get this win. They need to win. The Cardinals, they look like they're frauds to me, to be honest with you. I think Cliff Kingsbury is not a very good coach. I'm not a fan of his. He should have had the team ready to play last week against San Francisco instead of losing that game. They were the home team. They played the game in their stadium, even though I guess the 49ers were using the stadium as well. They were the home team still. You have to win that game. So I don't think it's in the destiny, in the stars this year that the Cardinals will make the playoffs. So I'm going to take the Rams to the money line here at plus 140 as low underdogs. What do you think?
I think that can happen. No, Goff out and everything there. It's going to make McVay, and he's a really good coach, I think, do well. But in this case, made like it was 7 weeks ago where I said, and I was all about the Cardinals, and then I kind of fizzled out a little bit. But I'm going to go back on them here. I'm going to take them laying the points here because I think that Murray does come out, and I think he does run the ball and, does pretty well with that. So I'm taking the Cardinals here. Pretty confident with this one.
All right, on to our audience. We have, let's see. That's 4. They have 6 more wins.
Yeah, they beat the Bengals, the Chargers, all losing teams.
Bill O'Brien.
They do because of Houston, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's going to be the 4th overall pick, actually.
Yeah.
Fitz is the man, but Bill's class of that division and possibly AFC champs. It is a possibility. I do agree with that.
They're playing well.
They play conservative. And then the thing about, if you go back to does he have the arm strength though to even throw that far?
Honestly, I never even watched him that much to do it, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think he's going to be good, but
he said Murray sucks, not playing in Big 12 anymore. Rams are inconsistent, no cup.
Or Goff.
Cars, but hates in the fins. That's true.
I'm just facts are facts.
All right.
And the Cards have been decimated by injuries, some defense.
It's the Jacksonville Jaguars at the Indianapolis Colts. This one has a huge spread on it. The Colts, they had the Steelers right where they wanted them. They had them by the throat, and they let them go. And the Steelers ended up winning that game. And it's risk. It's the Colts are icy. It's like a tough situation for them to even get in the playoffs now, because I think they also need some help to happen. I think what they need to do as an organization is to set an example, and I think they have to beat the Colts. And I think they need to, shove it down their throat. And I think they're going to cover the 13.5. I'm taking them laying the points. What do you think?
So, I mean, you're going to go here. I mean, Pat, I think, would know my answer here because I've done it consistently. And last week I was off that boat and it worked out perfectly for me. But now that they have officially locked up the number 1 seed, I have a feeling they're going to play spoiler here. I think they're going to come out. They're going to come out here. There's 13.5 is a lot. I'm taking them. They're going to cover this game. They are going to cover this game. That's a lock. All right. That they're going to come out. I know that there's no Robinson in this game, but they're going to come out and cover this game and play it tough because you know what? They've already locked up number 1. They play every single team tough. They know that the Colts want to get in. I think I'm confident with this one.
Is it a Costello pick?
No, because that's going to be Green Bay. Spoiler alert.
Kaz loves the Jags and the points.
Yeah. No, I like that. It's clever.
Minshew is the man.
He is.
Jags are 1 quarter away from the Super Bowl 3 years ago. Pretty amazing. That's true. True.
It is, yeah. The downfall.
Colts will cover that 5 Pat Rose Sunfire rides. Next game is the Green Bay Packers at the Chicago Bears. This game is taking place in Chicago at Soldier Field. And, maybe Green Bay might have that NFC number 1 seed locked up. So they may not really need to play that much. So I'm just gonna take the Bears on the money line here at plus 175. So you may see Rodgers benched at halftime if things are looking like the other team, like their help that they don't really need. I mean, they're obvious. I think they're getting the number 1 seed regardless. So, and they might get some help without having to beat the Bears here. So I'm going to take the Bears on the money line. What do you say?
So I thought that they needed the Saints, and the Saints are playing at 4. So I don't see how they would have that locked up.
Yeah, the
Saints are playing at 4:35.
During the game, they could get locked up. You never know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, so I think this is my Costello. This is my lock. The Packers are going to. Now, here's the deal. Today changed something. All right, they just lost their star tackle for the season. That was that's a huge injury. You know what I'm saying? Especially playing against Khalil Mack. So I'm still going to call this my lock, but I'm a little bit hesitant now because that's a huge blow to them, especially when you have somebody like Khalil Mack rushing the edge here. But this is a game the Packers need to win. I'm going to lay the points here. And like I said, now I'm not as confident because I forgot about that injury, which was a huge injury there. But yeah, I'm going with the Pack here. They're gonna clinch up this 1 seed.
All right. Next game is the New Orleans Saints at the Carolina Panthers. So they're both 4:00 games. So for this game, I mean, it's really tough picking a winner and a loser here. The game's in Carolina. You know how Drew Brees is in the outdoors when he's not playing in the safe confines of the Superdome. He's a wildfire there. So it's a wild card, I should say. I'm just going to take the over in this one, 47.5. I like how Teddy Bridgewater's been playing. I think obviously Christian McCaffrey, they're going to keep him on ice for the rest of the year. I like Mike Davis. He's a decent running back.
He's out.
He's out. He's out. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the Panthers, they're a nice team on the rise there. So I'm going to take them. I'm just going to take the over, but I think they can put up some good points. And then the Saints are probably going to win the game. They are the heavy favorites. What do you think?
No, I think that's a safe bet. Like I love Carolina too. I love them. Young coaching staff, obviously. All right, young coaching staff. They play their offensive firepower. McCaffrey and Davis are both out, but that's just going to make more room for Samuel. And I think he's a playmaker. They're all healthy there. I think the Saints are going to put up points though, because like I said, they need to win this too to get to 2 seed. At least get home turf or home field of what they can get. So. I think that they're going to come out here and they're going to kind of, ball out. But yeah, you're right. I think the over's pretty good here. It could be a 30-20 game because I see the Panthers putting up 20 and I see the Saints maybe putting up 30. So, but I'm going to take the Saints here laying the points because I just think that the Panthers are kind of they're out of it. It might be an 8-9 point game here.
Let's see. Hey, Hamma, T.Y. Hilton says hi.
And if you listen, if he was on, remember, if Mark was on 4 weeks ago, he would have won his game because I told him to play TY and he wasn't on. He was keeping the streets safe on Xbox or PlayStation.
Bet 3 ox skydives. The Panthers have regressed as the season has gone on, like Ernie Vedral said to Rose during Frosh Camp. Ouch. All right.
Oh, man.
Next game is the Las Vegas Raiders at the Denver Broncos. The Broncos almost took the Chargers last week. They lost by 3 points. Last week you had them plus 3.5, so you got the points in that one. I took them outright. They couldn't get it done against the Chargers. I do think that they're going to get it done against the Raiders, though. I'm taking the Broncos in the money line at plus 133 as a low dog. I mean, the Raiders, they disappointed at the end there, so they might as well disappoint us again. They might as well play for getting a better draft pick than they should. So I'm taking the Broncos in the money line. What do you think?
You changed your pick when I did my dog of the pick because I haven't missed one this year, didn't you? Yeah, I think the Broncos are going to win this game. I think Denver's going to win this game, but in this case, I took the over. I think over 51. I think that Oakland scores. They also can't stop anybody. The last time this team played, I took the under, and it was well over. So I'm going with the over again because I can see this game being a 30-27 kind of game. So I'm staying here with the over. The Raiders are another team that you don't want to touch. They're like the Falcons. You never know what team's going to come out to play. They play down to their opponent. They play really good teams. They play them tough. They play crummy teams. They play them not so tough. Denver's like that in-between team. You just don't know what you have. But I think they have enough power here to put up 20 points here. So, I'm going to take the over.
Saints win, bet 3 random magic tricks. All right. Raiders find odd ways to lose. Raiders big disappointment. Love Chucky though. Gruden's overrated game is passing by. I can probably see that. All right. Next game is the Seattle Seahawks at the San Francisco 49ers. You know what? I mean, the Seahawks, do they really have a chance of getting the number 1 pick? I'm not really sure. They're playing the Niners this week. The Niners, like I said, they beat the Cardinals last week. They really don't have much to play for this year. So I'm just going to take the Seahawks minus 6.5. Maybe I should have just gone for the 1 point. But I think that the Seahawks are going to, I think they're going to run over the 49ers. I don't think that the 49ers have much of a shot here. What do you think?
So I think the opposite here, and it's only I think it's only the opposite. The Seahawks do have a shot. I think if Green Bay and New Orleans loses and Seattle wins, they're the number 1 seed. So they do have something to play for. But I'm just looking at this as being a division matchup. Kyle Shanahan's a great coach. This is a division matchup. He plays people in the division tough. I think the Niners are playing for something. I don't think Jimmy G comes back next year. I think he's done, and I think that you're looking here and saying, hey, maybe be the starting quarterback. You don't know. So I think the Niners are going to keep this game close. There's a possibility that they may squeak it out. I don't think so. I think it's like a 2-point game. I do see Seattle winning. I just think Russell Wilson is that good, and it's going to come down to that. But I like the Niners here covering this game because it's an in-division game, and I like them kind of just playing it tough.
Maybe he'll get Carson Wentz. What do you think of that?
You know my thought process about him in the beginning.
Chucky is overrated like Montour for Princeton. You are insane. Oh, no, I'm sure glad we didn't draft DK Metcalf.
or Justin Jefferson.
All right, so the next game is
or Freddie Mitchell
at the Houston Texans. Yeah. So this game, I've been having a pick in my ear all week here. So I mean, the Titans, what are they playing for? They're to get a higher seed. They're going to have their division locked up probably. We'll see what the Colts do. I'm not really sure, but I think they have a game leading over the Colts, right? I think so because the Colts lost.
Yeah, they do.
I've been hearing this in my ear all week, and I'm going to take the Texans on the money line at plus 290, the high underdog. It's dedicated to Pat Rose. Pat beat me. He beat me in fantasy football, so I'm going to go with this pick this week. What do you think?
I like your picks. I mean, I don't know. I have to keep saying that because when I do that, I kind of do really well. So I love your picks this week. I don't know, man. The Texans, it's one of those games where you might be right because it's like things and they're saying last week, everybody was like, the Texans are going to roll the Bengals. They just beat the Steelers. There's no way this team's going to lose. And then if you like, they got annihilated. Like the Texans got destroyed. Watson got hurt at the end. I know he's gonna play. So you might be right. Like this is a game where you might be right, but I just can't do it. I can't see it happening. I think this is a game where I say go back to Tennessee in the first quarter. All right, because I think they're going to start this game off strong. I don't like the points. 7.5 is just a terrible. It's a good teaser. There's a good teaser week. 7.5, 3.5, 7.5. Take it down. 3.5. Take it up. It's a good teaser week to do that. So right here, just for the point, give me the point. Give me the Titans winning this game. Like I said, I'm not confident with the 7.5 on that. But yeah, that's where I'm going. Take the Titans in the first quarter if you're going to do anything.
All right. Let's see what our loyal fans have to say about that. Let's see. I like Wentz, San Francisco all around. Take him.
Enjoy the 50 mil.
Should. Note the Clemson D8 is getting the ball.
The game's not going as I thought it was going
to. Rushing Otis. Or like Markin's letter making you kill your brother. Remember that? Clemson D has more holes than Costello. Oh, come on. Otis, do you know the higher the ML, the worse the team is, right? Watson got paid and has been crap since now.
Timeout. Wait, he's the only quarterback to ever have a QB rating of over 100 and like 3 wins. So I strongly disagree with that statement.
Clemson not playing sound defense like the Spartan umbrella or cover deep tight. Need to run slide tight, Mike Abel.
Good blitz.
We should be running the Mario Canigolo spread offense. He's been reading a lot of books on that, I see. All right, next game is the Los Angeles Chargers at the Kansas City Chiefs. I mean, this game, everyone's probably taking the Chargers because we have Chad Henne as the starting quarterback for the Chiefs. I'm just going to take the Chiefs plus 3.5. I could see this game going down to a field goal. Justin Herbert, he's a contender for the Offensive Rookie of the Year. I'm just taking the Chiefs because I mean, they're home this week. They're obviously the best team in the AFC right now. Might as well take them. I've been saying at one point or another that they're going to have to lose a game. Will it be this week? I think they're going to go 15-1. I'm taking the Chiefs plus 3.5. What do you think?
Yeah, I think they could. I think they could win this game too. I went at the end and I looked and I was like, you know what? I'm just taking the Chargers laying the points here. It's a terrible idea, but this, you're looking. The problem is they're playing for their job, and I think Lynn's playing for his job. You can't fire the guy if they're going to finish at 8-8, right? I think that's where they're going to finish if they win. They'll be 500 teams, so I don't think he gets fired. So I think he's playing for his job. I do think the Chiefs are going to keep this game close, and I do think there's a chance they win because the Chargers can't seem to close. But lately, they have been closing. So I'm taking the Chargers laying the points. Once again, I hate the 3.5 here. If you want to be smart, take the 3.5 for the Chiefs, bump it up to 9 or 9.5, and then take the Titans game and drop that down to a half a point. And there's your good teaser right there.
All right. See what these fans have to say. Let's see. What's their record, Cos?
Well, Watts is a defensive end on their team, and their defense lets up 500 yards per game. I don't know if you mean Watts, but you put Watts.
Anthony Lynn, should he stay or should he go? I think he should go.
He stays. If they win, he's 500. I mean, how can you can him?
Is it concerning that Casey has played this many close games going into playoffs? A lot of people think that. I don't know. I mean, what do you think? He's asking you.
I don't think so. My issue is that, like I said, it was last week I said this. It was like 5 straight weeks in a row that Casey hasn't covered. I don't know if it's concerning. I mean, because it's still, you have the best quarterback in the league. So I think when they want to turn it on, they can turn it on. I don't really know. It's a good question.
Says Lynn stinks or buy half point down. Yeah. All right. We're going to the last game, the Sunday Night Football game. They flexed this game last week. Washington football team at the Philadelphia Eagles. This very well will decide the NFC East, NFC least, I like to say. I really can't pick a winner here. I'm going to take the over because I mean it's 43.5. I want to get an easy 2 points here. I think there's going to be some scoring in this game. Smith, is he starting for the football team? Has to be, right?
I mean, if he doesn't, then I have no clue what's going to happen. But that guy looked good last week, so I think he is starting.
Yeah, come on. You have to take Alex Smith here. I mean, they wouldn't. I mean, I think they wouldn't have cut Dwayne Haskins if they didn't have any type of quarterback contingency to go into the postseason here. So I'm just going to take the over 43.5. I really like I said, the Eagles could be getting the 5th overall pick in the draft here if they lose this game. I mean, just lose the game. Come on, please. I really don't want them to win. Hopefully they get the Alabama receiver, somebody, the Heisman Trophy winner. I would love to see that. Or even Patrick Surtain Jr. I mean, that would be great. What do you think?
Yeah. So I'm taking Washington here because I want them to win. I've been saying this for like 5 weeks now, just to have the Eagles to keep losing. There's 0 point to win. Like, I know you want to watch your team. Like, I've never watched a team wanting them to lose before, and I was doing it last week against Dallas, which I never thought I would do, but it makes the most sense. Like, it's a shame, but this season you can't even go to a home playoff game with everything that's going on in the world and everything that's going on with the pandemic. So what's the point of them winning? It's not real. It's not worth it. Just lose and go for the next year. But then I debate that whole thing because I don't think they should take a receiver there. They need to trade back and get more picks because a wide receiver is not going to do any good for that team. I really don't think so. If they had Hopkins this year, do you think the Eagles would be that much better of a team?
I mean, they could be. I mean,
they would have won one game. Their defense couldn't stop anybody. They let up a 100-yard receiver for the past 7 straight games in a row. So obviously that's going to be an issue. But with this game, I'm taking Washington laying the points. But I'm going to tell you this right now: with Alex Smith starting, they are the slowest. The Washington is the slowest team in the league of coming out. They are a second half team. So if you want to do something, take the Eagles in the first quarter, the Eagles in the second quarter, and then Washington the rest of in the second half.
All right. That's what you don't. And J.J. Watts is overrated. His bro is better. I mean, J.J. Watts probably is at the end of his rope. I mean, he's probably past his prime. He was good back in the day. Rather watch girls basketball in that game. Eagles are going to win the game, probably. That would stink. Lose on purpose. Forcing Eagles fans to watch this garbage team in prime time is fitting end of the season. It's true.
It was smart by them to do that, though.
I mean, the fact that I'm going to have to watch freaking Ohio State play Alabama in the national championship. Do I really want to watch that? Or Alabama Clemson for the 10 millionth time in a row. Joe Mack mushed me in the Clemson game. Told you, Bob, I had a bad feeling OSU was going to show up. Buckeyes will blow lead faster than Costelli. Yeah, so hopefully that happens. I mean, hopefully
had it yesterday for New Year's Eve.
Maybe Clemson will just put up like 40 unanswered points. That's what I'm hoping right now. Let's see. Eagles D wasn't that bad. They were good enough to be 8-8.
I agree, but if you look at the last 6 games, they have let up a 150-plus yard receiver every game. So there's flaw. They can't rush the passer. They can't do anything right. Is Fletcher Cox playing, by the way?
I think he's out.
He's out?
Yeah.
It's huge.
I mean, they really shouldn't waste him in a meaningless game.
No, they shouldn't win. They should play. They should sit Hurts and sit Wentz and just play whoever.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that you're going to have to look at some of these contracts. A lot of these guys are going to get cut. Brandon Graham's probably gone.
He's gone.
Zach Ertz is probably gone. Jason Kelsey might retire.
Peters is done.
Fletcher, Fletcher Cox, I mean, you're going to have to reevaluate his contract at some point. You might not be able to afford someone like that. So, I mean, plus he's going to go get past his prime at some point soon.
Yeah.
So these guys have to say.
Give it to Washington, man. Let them have it. Let this team get into the playoffs.
Bagged up in secondary the last few weeks. Football team win then. Miles Sanders, Jalen Mills out too, and the Brett. That's exactly right, Bob. We don't use this kind of stuff, that language on here. I think Goddard might be out too.
Yeah, let Washington win.
All right, Mike. Let's see what he has to say. Only to beta males with man buns. Michael Knigley, are you on Parler by any chance? Do you have a Parler name? Let everybody know. Parler.
I need to go to the hair parlor. Oh, sorry.
Mr. Glass. No, not the
reference.
They should be called the Godless Scout. No, he says no. All right. Let's see. All right, Mike. It's your new favorite segment for the show. I had 5 likes on here, and someone let it go. Well, we have 5 viewers now. Look at that. Mike, we want to know, it's the new favorite segment. It is the
Hot Dog of the Week.
I lose you, Mike. Are you still there?
No, I'm still here, man. We tested it. My computer's working this week. No iPad.
All right. So here is my hot dog of the week. I'm just going to take the Detroit Lions because, like I said earlier, you don't know what's going to happen. It's week 17. Come on. We have no idea what's going to happen this week. I'm just going to take the Lions. They're going to be missing Dalvin Cook. Why not? What do you think?
So I'm 5-0, by the way. I mean, last week I got a little, cocky and took 2 games, and I really should have hit both of those games, but I ended up hitting Dallas, which worked out for me. So this week I'm actually taking, I think I took Denver, right? I don't even remember. Yeah, I took Denver because I think Denver is going to beat the Raiders in this game. So that's what I'm going with. I was also looking at Miami because apparently they're underdogs too. With nobody playing in Buffalo, that's another good one. But yeah, I'm going with Denver, but. Definitely mustard over ketchup. That Bob and I actually went to a hot dog place where we had to. What was that place, Bob? Where we rolled the die or something we rolled the dice and something. I forget what it was, but it was really cool and it made me really happy. And I had a lot of hot dogs.
All right. Time for the Mega Parlay. Mine is actually going to be a Mega Parlay this week. I'm going to take the Falcons plus 6.5, the Patriots -3, the Bears plus 175, and the Lions plus 250. That'll get you a payout of plus 3,302. That's a huge parlay if it hits. Probably not going. You never know. That's why I want to give you an actual Mega Parlay for Week 17. What do you think, Mike?
I want to give you an actual winner. I mean, if that wins, by all means. But I'm looking to go for my third one here. I'm taking the Packers here, laying the points. I got the Raiders, Broncos over at 51. Give me the Cardinals laying 3, and give me that over in the Ravens-Bengals game of 43.5. All right, let me go for 2 straight, which has not been done yet. I'm going to miss, but it'll be fun.
All right.
Where's your brother?
I don't know where Billy's at. I think he's playing Madden right now. Best Dog, Loeffler's German Style, Natural Casing, Frankfurters, Bet in Trenton. Best in Trenton. Doghouse in Gettysburg.
That's it. It was a flip. That's right. We flipped the coin. We didn't roll the die. It was awesome.
Wednesday we'll have the Will Sykes Luck of the Ursh. Are you guys doing this next week for the playoffs? Yes, we will be doing it for the playoffs.
Okay. Yeah, that answered my question because I know we'll be doing the Super Bowl prop thing, but yeah.
Yeah. Dabo eating humble pie after ranking OSU number 11. That's probably what's going to happen. All right, so here's the karaoke punishment for Mike. I'm going to stick with Never Gonna Give You Up by Rick Astley. And Mike has a new one for me. And tell everyone what you're picking.
I am going Ninja Rap by Vanilla Ice from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. I was listening to a CD that I found in my car, and it had that song on there. And I said, oh my gosh, this is a perfect song for Joe to sing. Let me win this week, please. You know that song, Joe?
I know. I probably know it from heart, dude. I can probably sing that easily.
Okay, good.
Other than freaking Radiohead.
And I checked, and they had it, and it is actually on there. And I don't believe there's curse words in it, so I think you're good to go. You love singing the one Vanilla Ice song. I couldn't let you sing that one.
Yeah, I've seen that too many times. It says, Bill Otis is my idol. If Costello's pick don't come out, he's in the sophomore jamboree, push-ups, and Pepsi.
Nah, man, I'll get out of that by saying I'm a kicker.
Can I call in and debate calls on how the Dolphins are good and well coached?
Yes.
Yeah, you clowns need to take calls. Tired of typing.
Tyoing. Because he's on he's probably on his phone.
All right. Well, guess what I got? You know what? And we're going to do a duet. I'm really sorry. I got to get my ass on that. How do I sound? Do I sound good on here on this microphone?
That's a great mic, man, and a great camera. Your wife did a great job. Hopefully you reciprocated and gave good gifts to her.
Yeah. I did. That was a good guy. I got her this DVD, 200 cigarettes. Eat poop. That.
Good job editing that out. I'm proud of you. It's the first time you've done that.
He says, very sexy. Thanks.
What is this movie?
200 cigarettes. It's like a rare movie that I found on eBay. I bought it for it because it's not on sale. It has like a bunch of famous actors in it when they're young, like Ben Affleck's in it. Otis, come on. Is that like an innuendo? That's not the right innuendo he's coming out with on that one, but If I really gave you a macaroni necklace, it'd probably be terrible because I'm a horrible artist. Do you guys have anything else to say? Do you have anything from us? Is that I'm not going to say that, Mike.
I can't.
This is pretty funny. No, it's not about him. It'd be pretty funny if it was.
He's not on here to defend himself.
He's not on here though. I don't know where he is. He's probably playing Madden. I don't know why he's playing Madden when the show's on, but whatever. You guys have anything else? We're gonna close this down.
Yeah, I gotta go to bed. I'm tired.
He's tired. All right, Mike. We gotta tell everybody what to do, and we gotta do what?
Happy New Year. Make sure you stay lit and join us for next week's playoffs.
All right. Thank you guys. Have a good night. Bye-bye. See you next week. Good football.